It is now clear that all boys boarding science secondary school in Kankara have been released 2 nights ago after a negotiation was held between the kidnappers who turned out to be Boko Haram insurgents and Katsina state government. The boys were released after spending a number of days in the forest since their abduction on the 11th of December 2020. The secretary to the Katsina state government made the welcoming development after he the stated that about 340 of the victims have been released. Few minutes after their freedom, the students embarked on a short trip back to Zamfara state from Safi and proceeded to Katsina state the following morning. They were later received by Muhammad with a rousing welcome as they were well kitted and dressed in jalabi. Before then, a photo of them was taken just before they met the president, which appeared to be drawing mixed feelings by Nigerians. One of the students was spotted on a different uniforms from the rest. How is it possible for him to have a different uniform from the rest of the Kankara boys, schoolboys? Boarding school blanket was also seen among the children. If they were forcibly taken away, how come they managed to go with blankets? Could it be that the kidnappers allowed them to carry their blankets in the hostel before the journey, or because of their good hearts, they shared them blankets in the forest? Or Governor Aminu Bello Masari called them, the kidnappers, to make sure the boys are given blankets? More so, the students can't be in the school uniform by that hours they are kidnapped. Everybody's school has boarding wear, which is not the same as the normal school uniform. Please correct me if I am wrong. I think this is an opinion of somebody, and those are the things that they are beginning to pick from the whole thing. And just like everybody's entitled to his or her opinion, and people see things differently. You see things from a different perspective. Some people are not just deep thinkers. Some people just go with what is just happening. They don't even have to analyze what could have happened. All they are care or they are concerned about is just that, well, something has been done, something has been done. How it was done, it's not really a big case for them. But everybody's not like that. Everybody cannot face the same direction. And that's why when you are doing things, just understand that it is not only the way you are thinking about it or the way you are viewing it. Other people will view it from a different perspective. That when they begin to pieces it for you, you begin to like, really? Wow, I never thought it in that line. So it is normal. It's natural for people to reason like that. But most important thing is that if the government is sincere with what they are doing, I'm sure they will not be perturbed. And those who are on the defensive side, they will not be worried. Why should they be worried? But these are the things that people are thinking about, that what could have happened, possibly happened, because a lot of doubt is there. The manner at which everything happened is it's just there for everybody to think from, because the way it happened, people were like, these guys came with motorbikes. That was the first day. Some people were skeptical about the whole thing from the beginning, that over 300 or over 500 students were carted away with on motorbikes, and the police did not get any information, because they would have spent, because if you come with a motorbikes, there is no way you don't have spent more than 2 hours or more, so even 1 hour. Even if you spend 30 minutes, a lot of people would have just given an information about what was going on about at that particular time. So if they had come with a lorry, it's just something once and for all, everybody just enter, it won't take much time. And for the fact that they shot in the air, according to what the reports were told or were given, shows that the police would have been aware. But why did they not come? The soldiers would have been aware. Why did they not come at that particular time? Not to talk of using motorbikes to transport them. So from the beginning, a lot of people are really having their own doubts concerning this whole thing. And some people were like, oh, what is the big deal? Oh, some people can just, they can insinuate too much. They can do this and that. That is why we are all human beings. We are not the same. Like they always say that one man's meat is another man's poison. Variety is the spice of life. People think of these things differently. Everybody cannot just face the same direction. So that is just the way it is. So, but I don't know what you think about these observations from people, because right from day one, a lot of people have their reservations, and you can't fault them. And these are the things that we are talking about, so that everybody's brain, your thinking faculty, have to be widened. You don't just say, oh, they said this, and you just go with that. And that's why most of the time the politicians, it goes back to the people. Most of the time the politicians just tell us anything and they want us to believe it. And those who are really affiliated, who are politically inclined, they are just like, oh, we belong to this caucus. Whatever that happens, so far we believe it. Anything that comes from there, it is good. Just the way the Senate president has been telling us that anything that comes from Buhari, everything is fine. That as far as they are concerned, whatever he brings to their table, they are going to sign it. Who does that? What's the meaning of that? Who does that? So you don't have to think. You don't just have to, like, just go like that. Is it only God that you can say you can't even question it? Even people say question God, oh, but God, why me? People always talk that. No talk of a human being. You say whatever he brings. Says who? Nobody gets it right all the time. So that's why we have to look at everything. Even yourself, you can think you are doing something right. And when by the time somebody begins to analyze the whole thing for you, you'll be like, I never thought it that way, honestly. So that is just the way it is. But let's get some reactions to the observations of some people in some quarters, that how come blanket, different uniform, this and this and this and this and that. What is your problem? You must be an enemy of progress. Okay? Enemy of progress. You faceless foreigner, be quiet for once. I'm sure you are one of them. Where is the progress in these arrangements? All na scam. No, una formats to give Boko Haram money. Rubbish. Okay, now one format to give Boko Haram money. Okay. If you don't have anything to add to the story of this student, don't create any useless impression that doesn't hold water. Okay, who said it does not hold water? Are you Boko Haram? I guess you are all agents to the black government. No school boys was kidnapped. This is game of a business, okay? Where is the Chibok girls and Boko Haram? Well, when it was where Chibok, the whatever, they were kidnapped 3 years back. This government is fake. 419 government, fake president. I did laugh. I asked this question before and I repeat, when we part 2 of this film be out, are they sleeping with their school uniform by 10 p.m. or Boko Haram asks them to wear it? Most of them cannot speak bad English. Many times I slept with my boarding uniforms and a lot of us did. It is normal, okay? They were not kidnapped but an arrangement by the northern leaders to give the government of PMB a good name in the eyes of the international community, period. Released or rescued with no harm to the boys or the kidnappers. Wonderful northerners with their circus games of death. Another one loading. Conspiracy theory. The professor that wrote this script is very clever. I have said it before that this is arranged work. His boys welcomed him and the plan hatched immediately. Thank you, Joe Writer. A government school uniforms without badges, a plain military blanket without their school logo on it, or are they from Nigeria military school? This is an arrangio. Okay. Is their houseware that is wearing, because I am one of the staff of a step in one of the schools. I'm working at GCCS, whatever. Therefore, after school hours, they wore their housewares, while during school hours they do was they wore their uniforms, and the color of the uniform is green and cream, while for the house wears it normally check normally check so each hostel has its own color, so all of them are from the same school. Okay. Very strange. Nigerian government is playing its citizen to play its citizen. Chai. Northern magic scene 3. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Some people are saying that, say, yeah, it is normal, this and that, or it is true, whatever, whichever way. But what do you think, even from your own points of view?